सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नुमः। ओम निगमकल्पतरोर्गलितं फलं शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयं मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुकाः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षये सूतमहामुनये शौनकादिऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादिऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादिभक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादिनवग्रहदेवताभ्यो मत्स्याद्यवतारेभ्यो दक्षिणामूर्तिदत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे आद्यशङ्कराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो माता पितृदेवताभ्यो अस्मत् गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वा अन्यथा रूपम स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। उद्धव उवाच श्रीभगवानुवाच As we do every day, today also, with added intensity of devotion, shraddha and ekagrata, we try to chant the mantras of Bhagavata Mahapuranam, 27th chapter, 11th skandha, which talk about the upasana paddhati as given by Bhagavan. Uddhava uvacha kriyayogam samachakshva भवदाराधनं प्रभो यस्मात् त्वां ये यथार्चन्ति सात्वताः सात्वतर्षभ एतद्वदन्ति मुनयः मुहुर्निःश्रेयसं नृणां नारदो भगवान् व्यासः आचार्योऽङ्गिरसः सुतः निःसृतं ते मुखाम्भोजात् यदाह भगवानजः पुत्रेभ्यो भृगुमुख्येभ्यः देव्यै च भगवान् भवः एतद्वै सर्ववर्णानाम् आश्रमाणां च सम्मतं श्रेयसाम् उत्तमं मन्ये स्त्रीशूद्राणां च मानदः एतत् कमलपत्राक्ष कर्मबन्धविमोचनं भक्ताय चानुरक्ताय ब्रूहि विश्वेश्वरेश्वर। श्रीभगवानुवाच न ह्यन्तोऽनन्तपारस्य कर्मकाण्डस्य चोद्धवा संक्षिप्तं वर्णयिष्यामि यथावदनुपूर्वशः वैदिकस्तान्त्रिको मिश्रः इति मे त्रिविधो मखः त्रयाणाम् ईप्सितेनैव विधिनां मां समर्चयेत् यदा स्वनिगमेनोक्तं द्विजत्वं प्राप्य पूरुषः यथा यजेत मां भक्त्या श्रद्धया तन्निबोध मे अर्चायां स्थण्डिलेग्नौ वा सूर्ये वाप्सु हृदि द्विजे द्रव्येण भक्तियुक्तोर्चेतु स्वगुरुं माम् अमायया पूर्वं स्नानं प्रकुर्वीत धौतदन्तोऽङ्गशुद्धये उभयैरपि च स्नानं मन्त्रैर्मृद्ग्रहणादिना सन्ध्योपास्त्यादिकर्माणि वेदेनाचोदितानि मे पूजां तैः कल्पयेत् सम्यक् सङ्कल्पः कर्म पावनीम् शैली दारुमयी लौही लेप्यालेख्या च सैकती मनोमयी मणिमयी प्रतिमाष्टविधा स्मृता चलाचलेति द्विविधा प्रतिष्ठा जीवमन्दिरम् उद्वासावाहनेन स्तः स्थिरायाम् उद्धवार्चने अस्थिरायां विकल्पः स्यात् स्थण्डिले तु भवेत् द्वयम् स्नपनं तु अविलेप्यायाम् अन्यत्र परिमार्जनं द्रव्यैः प्रसिद्धैर्मद्यागः प्रतिमादिषु अमायिनः भक्तस्य च यथा लब्धैः हृदि भावेन चैव हि स्नानालङ्करणं प्रेष्ठम् अर्चायाम् एव तु उद्धवा स्थण्डिले तत्त्वविन्यासः वाह्नावाज्यप्लुतं हविः सूर्ये चाभ्यर्हणं प्रेष्ठं सलिले सलिलादिभिः श्रद्धया उपहृतं प्रेष्ठं भक्तेन मम वार्यपि भूर्यप्यभक्तोपहृतं न मे तोषाय कल्पते गन्धो धूपः सुमनसः दीपोन्नाद्यं च किं पुनः शुचिः संभृतसंभारः प्राग्दर्भैः कल्पितासनः आसीनः प्राग् उदवार्चेत् अर्चायाम् अथ सम्मुखः कृतन्यासः कृतं न्यासां मदर्चां पाणिनां मृजेत् कलशं प्रोक्षणीयं च यथावदुपसाधयेत् तदद्भिर्देवयजनं द्रव्याण्यात्मानमेव च प्रोक्ष्य पात्राणि त्रीण्यद्भिः तैस्तैर्द्रव्यैश्च साधयेत् पाद्यार्घ्याचमनीयार्थं त्रीणि पात्राणि देशिकः हृदा शीर्ष्णा च शिखया गायत्र्या चाभिमन्त्रयेत् पिण्डे वायुवग्निसंशुद्धे हृत्पद्मस्थां परां मम अन्वीं जीवकलां ध्यायेत् नादान्ते सिद्धभाविताम् तयात्मभूतया पिण्डे व्याप्ते सम्पूज्य तन्मयः आवाह्यार्चादिषु स्थाप्य न्यस्ताङ्गं मां प्रपूजयेत् पाद्योपस्पर्शार्हणादीन् उपचारान् प्रकल्पयेत् धर्मादिभिश्च नवभिः कल्पयित्वासनं मम पद्मम् अष्टदलं तत्र कर्णिकाकेसरोज्ज्वलम् उभाभ्यां वेदतन्त्राभ्यां मह्यं तो भयसिद्धये सुदर्शनं पाञ्चजन्यं गदासीषु धनुर्हलान् मुसलं कौस्तुभं मालां श्रीवत्सं चानुपूजयेत् नन्दं सुनन्दं गरुडं प्रचण्डं चण्डमेव च महाबलं बलं चैव कुमुदं कुमुदेक्षणं दुर्गां विनायकं व्यासं विश्वक्सेनं गुरून् सुरान् स्वे स्वे स्थाने तु अभिमुखान् पूजयेत् प्रोक्षणादिभिः चन्दनो क्षीरकर्पूर कुङ्कुमा गुरुवासितैः सलिलैः स्नापयेन्मन्त्रैः नित्यदा विभवे सति स्वर्णघर्मानुवाकेन महापुरुषविद्यया पौरुषेणापि सूक्तेन सामभिः राजनादिभिः वस्त्रोपवीताभरण पत्रस्रग्गन्धलेपनैः अलङ्कुर्वीत स प्रेमः मद्भक्तो मां यथोचितम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीभागवत शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीसूत शरणं मम श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीकुमार शरणं मम श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम श्रीपरब्रह्म शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्रीकृष्ण गोविन्द हरे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् ॐ स्वर्गे सत्ये च कैलासे वैकुण्ठे नास्त्ययं रसः अतः पिबन्तु सद्भाग्याः ममा मुञ्चदकर्हिचिद ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणमेकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः श्री उद्धव उवाच श्री भगवानुवाच Just a minute spend closing eyes. Remember all Bhagavata Acharyas, Parabrahma, Mahavishnu, Brahmadeva, Sanakadi Muni, Narada, Vyasa, Shukadeva, Suta Muni, Vaishampayana Muni. Salute to them, asking them to reveal every aspect of Bhagavata Purana as it is for all of us. Again, close eyes, remember all the avatars of Bhagavan in Bhagavata. The Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parshurama, Rama, Balarama, Krishna, Kalki. These Dashavatara, as well as the Vyasa Avatara, the Narada Avatara, Sanat Kumara the Avatara, Hayagriva Avatara, Prithuraja Avatara, Mohini Avatara, Dhanvantari Avatara, all the avatars of the Lord, remember. Salute to them, O Lord. May we completely understand not only the story aspect of every of your avatara, but behind that, what is to be learned, practiced as Adhyatmika Sadhaka. May we all come to know that. Then close eyes and remember all the sadhakas, bhaktas, jignasus in the entire Bhagavata Purana of all varnas and all ashramas who ever have come. Whether it is Panchapandavas, Kunti, Draupadi, Uttara, whether it is Abhimanyu, remember, Parikshit Raja, they are the Mukhya Bhaktas and the ones who have got Yogyata to get Bhagavata or Bhagavad Darshana or Bhagavad Anubhuti or Bhagavad Samipya ityadi. In the same way, the Bhishmacharyas. And also, in each of this Skandha, whomever we have seen, the Bhaktas, in the Kapilavatara Kala, the mother Devahuti, then Kardama Rishi himself, each of them are the great Bhaktas, great Sadhakas, great Rishis. So, the Swayambhu Manu, the Shatarupa, then Priyavrata, Uttanapada, Akuti, Devahuti, Prasuti, then there the Dhruva Maharaja, and then the Uttanapada, Uttama, Priyavrata. See, in every of these Skandha, such great people have come, became Bhaktas, and had their own Darshana and Mukti of Bhagavan Darshana Mukti, became means for us also to get inspiration. So, because their lives have become an exemplary stories for all of us. So the bhaktas of all these, the Bharata, the Jada Bharata, the Rishabharishi, Rishabhadevaji, in each of the skandha you see how many of them. Then the Ajamilas, etc. of the Shashtama skandha we can see. Then in the Saptama skandha, so straight away Sri Prahladji himself. So in the Ashtama skandha we can see Devatas, Rakshasas did the Kshira Sagaram together, and there the Gajendra was the Bhakta, Ashtama skandha. So all those we can remember. In Namaskanda, so many Rajarshis came in Chandra and Surya Vamsha and became great Bhaktas and Jnanis. And in Dashamavatara, Krishna Avatara, everyone, the Devaki Vasudevas, the Nanda Yashodas, the Gopa Balakas, the Gopikas, all the cows and calves, All of them are Bhakta Bhagwan. Just remember them once. And wherever Bhagavan goes, all of them, the Arjunas, the Uddhavas, the Ashtasakis, the 16,000 wives, and so many bhaktas for Bhagavan throughout. Once let us remember them. So too, in the Ekadasha Skandha or in Ramavatara in Namaskanda, before only it came, all the Rama bhaktas of Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Mata, Sita, Hanumanji, Jambadadi, Sugrivadi, everyone, the Vibhishanadi, the Gohakevatadi, all these, Sushna, Saravanga, Agastya, Vishwamitra, Vasishta, Valmiki, all these great jnanis, rishis, bhaktas, each of them have fulfilled their life in their jnana and bhakti. In fact, our life, half of our day every day, at least if not half, one fourth of it, should be spent in studying their leelas, studying their contributions, and taking them as example and inspiration. We should also involve in sadhana. Again, Dashamaskanda told so many bhaktas even till the last moment. Ekadasha Skandha also, we can see whether it is Videharaja Janaka, whether it is Yadmaharaja, who have got the knowledge from either Dattatreya Guru or Navayogis. Every one of them are so many bhaktas in the Ekadasha Skandha, the Jignasus, everyone we saw, including the latest story of Pururava and many more before. So it should become a habit to us to remember them, to remember few stories, and to keep the inspiration level high, as well as the lamp or flame of our sadhana always lit and very well burning. This is the minimum duty we have to do, lest we will go on falling down in our evolution. So devolution happens in us. So in this way, having saluted all of them, having saluted entire Bhagavat Mahapurana, saluting every skandam, every chapter, every shloka, every akshara of the Bhagavat Purana, then invoking their grace. Now in the 11th skandham, Bhagavan on the question of Uddhava starts telling to us the Upasana Paddhati. Two, three things as a summary of what we saw in the first five slokas. Five slokas is Uddhavaji is asking Bhagavan. Uddhavaji is asking Bhagavan the Kriya Yoga, the techniques to accomplish. Kriya is techniques, Yoga is accomplishment. Techniques to accomplish what? The one activity called as Archana. In that Archana, in which for which the techniques to accomplish the action is sought by Uddhava is what? Bhavat Aradhanam, of doing Aradhana Paramatma. So, in short, the practical tips of all details to do the Aradhana Bhagwan, Uddhavji wanted to know, he asked. Point one. Second, this Aradhana Bhagwan is not new or fresh, it is coming right from the beginning. And everybody they have done that Aradhana, and all of them got the benefit out of it, then they authorized or they passed it on to the next generation. Whether this is Narada Bhagavan ho, whether it is Vyasa Bhagavan ho, whether it is Brahaspati. So Narada to all his bhaktas, Vyasa to all his readers through his Shastra, Brahaspati to all his disciple Devatas. Not only those people, even Narayana taught this to Brahma. Brahma taught this to the Bhrugu rishis. And they in subsequence taught it to their own Shishya Parampara, to whatever the Shakas or the Paramparas they belong to. In the same way, Mata Parvati ji also was taught about this Upasana by Sri Bhagavan Shivaji. Now, the main authorities examples are given only to make us understand that it is a most authentic technique or way of invoking Bhagavan's Kripa in our life, which I am asking. Please tell me in detail. So, by this, we can have an idea. Uddhavji has a lot of information already. He must be doing it also. But to have a complete clarity, direct from the Mukharayinda of Bhagavan, before Bhagavan is leaving this loka, so that when he goes to Badrinath, he can start afresh. Second reason is when Vyasa Bhagavan is going to write the Puranam, in that for all the future generation of Bhakta students, this information of how to do Bhagavad Aradhana authentically from the mouth of Bhagavan said thing should be available. Therefore, Uddhavji that way asked Bhagavan. Okay. Then what was another thing I talked about it was not only the said great people have done this, even all the varnas, all the ashramas are supposed to do, expected to do this aradhana for their own benefit. Then even those people who are otherwise busy in the domestic work, the streets, and the outer work, the Shudra, they also have got the permission, sanction, authority for this Aradhana of Narayana to get their benefit. Clear? This is what is the essence said in these 5 shlokas. The second most important thing that is said in these 5 shlokas, if we don't see them carefully, we miss out it, is in all the places, if you see, let us say in the second shloka, Muhuhu Nishreyasam. So when Narada Adi, Vyasa Adi, Brihaspati Adi did and taught this Aradhana Paddhati to their Shishyas or Santanam, for what phala they have taught this Aradhana? We have to be very careful. For the phala is Nishreyasam eva, Moksham eva. Therefore, for the Mukti, this Aradhana is taught not for any Laukika phala. For the other reason that this skandha is talking about Mukti. It's a Mukti skandha, no? How can in the Mukti skandha the bhukti giving or the worldly things giving upasana will be taught? Context. And at a larger scale, if you see, all our Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa may enroute promises and give us the Arthakama ityadi, but none of the Shastras endorse Arthakama as Parama Purushartha. Always remember, entire human's evolution completes as well as the ultimate purpose of every Shastras, every sadhana given is for the Charama Parama Purushartha Moksha only. Like in the morning class of Upanishads. Also, when we are given with so much of Phalashruti as a result of every Upasana, but none of those Phalas are ultimate goals. The ultimate goal is Upanishad is talking about Brahma Vidya. How can it certainly talk about Upasanas which give Apnoti Swaraja Manasaspati Vakpati Chakshushpati? अरे सब तो दुनियादारी ही है, इसे तो फंसा ही है. But the intermediate results are given only to inspire us. Because very few like Nachiketa will be there who will right from outrightly reject everything and aim in only at the Brahma Vidya. Baki majority chunk of you and I want the intermediate benefits also. And we want to stay there and enjoy for some time. Then at that time, with little satisfaction and joy, we may say, so give me the next one, teach me the next one. Therefore, the Shastras cater to the majority people. Therefore, in between they mention. But never ever we should take that the Shastras have the goal purpose of Arthakama. No. Shastras only उद्देश्य है मोक्ष. कभी भी इसमें संशय नहीं होना. Same way, every human beings or jiva's evolution also completes only in getting liberated from all the upadhis by identifying with the nirupadhika sarvavyapaka, that parabrahma tattva. Now, it is strengthened again by Uddhavaji. Hey Bhagavan, I am not a person asking you to teach me Aradhana so that I do that and get something else. My goal also, like all of them, is Nishreyasam only. He is strengthening that point again. You can say in the, where do we say? In the 4th number sloka also, where he says, Shreyasam Uttamam Manye. For all the Varnas and for all the Ashramas, and even for the Shri and Shudra, this Aradhana becomes means, certain means, definite means for Uttama Shreyasu. What he said up above Nishreyasam, again he said as Uttama Shreyas. Here, there is not missing it. Even when the Stri and Shudra do this Upasana, Varna Ashrama people do Upasana, they must do it only for the Nishreyasam and Moksha. Aim at that. In between, if Bhagavan gives, you take it. But these Phalasakta Yukta Upasanas are also taught in those textbooks. But here it is Mukti giving one. There were here even Upasanas are done only for Mukti. And how the Upasanas, Aradhanas give the Mukti is Paramparaya. What is Parampara? Through the Upasana, when we purify our Antakarana, through the Aradhanas, when we purify Antakarana, and when we please the Lord, by His grace, the Jnana Jyoti is lit. In that Jnanam, we understand clearly the entire universe and me and Ishvara, every one of them is one Paramatma, on whom all these are projected out of Avidya or the Maya. Spashtam? दो बातें हो गए. Now what I said is just now in the last sloka, Uddhavji himself says. Rather, what Uddhavji said, he said. See that last sloka? He etat kamalapatraksha. Hey kamalapatraksha, I am so much interested to know and practice it. I am your bhakta. Therefore, hey Vishveshwareshwara Bruhi. While saying all this, what did he say? Karma bandha vimochanam. See, again the third one. This Aradhana viewers I am doing not to create newer and newer karma bandhanam, but to get mochanam mukta from all the karma bandhana, so that the above said nishreyasam or paramashreyasam or atyantika shreyasam or that tattva jnanam, I get it. Therefore, though we are devotees, though we are upasakas, though we have bhakti shraddha, though we are doing all that, still we have to be clear about one question: for what phala we are doing all that. You know? And you and I, being the sadhakas of Shastra Jnanam for the Mukti, have to be careful in our everyday puja and upasana, and also have to be careful when we go to the mandira and get the puja done on your name Gotra Ityadi, or even when Panditji comes home, when you call him for Satyanarayana Vrata, etc., what you have to be careful about it is many of the Pandits, except a few, बाकी सब do in their sankalpa only the kamya karma sankalpa. Kamanasa sankalpa only they do. Only one or two are the ones, very rare one who have spiritual background, they add muktyartam karke. Therefore, even that Pandit Pujari, out of his routine, Kshemasthayri Dhairya Virya Vijaya Arogya Pudichyartham Dhana Kanaka Vastvahana Sapraptyartham, he may say all that. We have to chant Karma Bandha Vimokshanartham Bhakti Jnana Dvarena Ham Mukti Praptyartham Bhagavad Anubhava Bhagavad Darshana Bhagavad Sahijya Praptyartham. We have to add it to. Or else all the pujas done will definitely give us result. But every result is other than moksham. Again, it will bring us back to square one. Is it not? In the beginning, they say, but they don't know what they are saying. It starts only with Mama Upatta Durtakshe Dwara Sri Parameshwara Prityartham. Sri Parameshwara Priti Dwara Shamadhi Shatka Sampada Praptyartham. Sampada Dwara Shravana Manana Nidhyasana Adhikara Pratyartham. Shravana Manana Nidhyasana Dwara Atmanuva Siddhi Mukti Praptyartham. In this way, we have to be specific in every sankalpa. That will be told after 7-8 slokas here by Krishna, that you have to be very careful about sankalpa. 3 times he repeats that also. क्योंकि आप क्या मांग रहे हो वही दिया जाएगा ना. आप कुछ मिलने का उनसे आप लड़ नहीं सकते. Like what you ordered online, everything will be brought that only. After he brings it, you say कि मैं तो ये नहीं मांगा है, ये देखो your call and your order placed. So we have to be very careful before we push that final button of order placed. Here it is the first button. What sankalpa you are taking? The first one. We must be very clear. So here in three times by saying so, Uddhava is specifically telling to Krishna and to all of us, yes, theory you are going to learn now how to do upasana, practice also you do practice also. But know that it is for Nishreyasam, it is for Uttama Shreyasam, and it is for Karma Bandha Vimokshanam. नहीं स्वामी जी नहीं चाहिए मेरे को तो धन कनक वस्तुवाह नहीं चाहिए करो वो भी मिलेगा. We are not saying that Bhagavan is not kind to give all those results. But this particular chapter, which is in the context of Mukti Skandha, that also toward the end, Leela Samapti, neither Uddhava will ask for anything other than moksha, nor the Lord also will be happy to tell anything for other than for moksha. We have to be clear about the context the speaker and the listener is up. So if this is not this specifically said, then we will be missing it. Our mind will go on tempting for other sankalpas for doing while doing puja. Then puja is done, those sankalpas are fulfilled, but never the moksham. Clear? हो गया? So this is how 3-4 days when we study, we come to that natija and nichod of these 5 shlokas in which what Sri Uddhavji has asked. Now Bhagavan starts replying. Let us study that. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So Shri means Karuna Prema. Shri means Samasta Jnana. Shri means Mukti giving Shakti. Having these, the Bhagavan is there to bless us. So such Bhagavan spoke. And Bhaga also, we told many times, Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Dharmasya Yashasaha Jnana Vairagyoshannam Bhaga iti rina. In the same way, Suste Sthiti Laya Karaka, Bandha Moksha Karaka, Sadhana Phaladayaka. These are the things, 6, because of which Bhagavan is called as Bhagavan. Such Bhagavan. And at the time of other Shastras, I don't remember which one, maybe during Gita or so, we said many a time, Bhagavan being eternal, his knowledge also eternal. Bhagavan being truthful, his knowledge or his kindness, grace is truthful. Bhagavan being unfailing, all the Upadesha given by him when we practice, they are unfailing. Bhagavan is Bhagavan for all the times, at all situation, place. Therefore, anybody, everybody is having arhata for the krupa of Bhagavan. तो सबके लिए सब कालों में सब देशों में सब तरह का अनुग्रह फल भगवान देते हैं, इसलिए उनका ये उपदेश भी उतना ही शक्तिशाली है. That is the meaning of understanding Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Such Bhagavan spoke. Like when I take any Upadesha from Gurudev, if we don't understand that he's a Maha Yogi, Maha Tapasvi, Maha Gnani, Maha Siddha Purusha, and his many lives were filled with this tapasya, and in his words, that wonderful power of giving me the fulfillment of doing this upasana or nama japa given by him. If that thing if I don't have, no, then उस उपदेश को मैं लूंगा लेकिन करूंगा ही नहीं प्रैक्टिस. अगर लिया लेकिन यूज नहीं किया तो क्या फायदा होगा? Is it not? So to every lecture, like Gurudev was asked by people, कि गुरुदेव आप क्यों उपदेश नहीं देते हो? Then Gurudev तो scolded left and right. Then what 1.5 hours on the stage at the pitch of voice, मैं क्या पागलपन कर रहा था? What was I doing other than उपदेश? In Gurudev's case, it's upadesha vicharana through the Shastra Jnanam. He never gave the mantra upadesh in public. He gave Tattva Jnana, that is ultimate. Mantra upadesh to some people who they asked personally, he gave. Giving his own Shakti Tapasya, those are very confidential, like that. By the way, if we don't have Shraddha, then we don't use, then काम नहीं आएगा उसका. यहाँ भी Sri Bhagavan Uvacha means it is avatar of Narayana who is Parabrahma himself. Such Bhagavan Krishna, who at the performance level has done such an unbelievable leelas. When he was there on the horizon for 125 years. And till the next avatara comes, his that Krishna avatara reminiscences continue to inspire, guide and bless all the Krishna Bhaktas all over the globe. Krishna avatara gone, but all the phala of Krishna's presence, Krishna's teachings, Krishna's leelas, all of that will be there in a very subtle form to bless us. And that is enough for us. They are all really mystical things which I am sharing with you. So, therefore, such Bhagavan Krishna's vachana they are, should not be, cannot be neglected, should not be taken lightly. And it's not that when we say it's not taken lightly, therefore should take very seriously, that overnight we start taking everything very seriously. उतना दिल दिमाग होता, अभी तक कभी भी मुक्ति हो जाती हमको। हमारा औकात क्या है हम सबको पता है। Always whenever such things are told, please remember it is more than immediate achievement. What is meant is attitude. Oh Lord, I want to take every teaching of yours sincerely, seriously. That is the attitude. And really taking sincerely, seriously starts with the attitude, and it may take one life, two life, 10 lives. How does it? We don't know. Because so many vasanas we have to clear, so much of prarabdha we have to clear, so many of the runas we have to clear, so many of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, other sevas we have to do, and make our equipment so pakka, coming on our own control. अब कौन सी चीज हमारे कंट्रोल में है? कौन सी सफाई धुलाई किया हमने कि कहते ही कि वेरी सिंसियरली सीरियसली वी टेक एवरी उपदेश, but that will be told by every guru in every class. Shishya should know that it is a intention, attitude, attitude and intention of valuing, respecting the words of Guru and Bhagwan utmost way. Then slowly, really fulfill that attitude by practicing it also. And how do we practice? After listening in the class, we make our own notes of all those points again. Then in that, whichever are there to be practically done physically, we do it. This is how we truly, genuinely develop that attitude, that pure intention of following what God said. Then, what he, as he said, the follow also comes of whatever we do. Okay, now start Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. What did he say? Nahi antaha anantaparasya कर्मकाण्डस्य चोद्धवा संक्षिप्तं वर्णयिष्यामि यथावदनुपूर्वशः. हे उद्धव, इंटरेस्टिंग. न हि अंतः अनंतपारस्य कर्मकांडस्य, जिसका पार कहाँ है नहीं दिखने वाला, इस कर्मकांड का अंत नहीं है. So karmakanda is anantaparaha, therefore anantaha. In English, it is endless. So the karmakanda is endless in two ways. One way of endlessness is what? Endless varieties. That is why all over the world, millions, we can't, right from the creation, if you take, it came with millions of the jata, millions of the whatever the groups of people came, and everybody did the upasana of Lord, but in their own different way. You cannot account and write ki how many types of upasanas are there of the Lord adopted and practiced by the human beings right from beginning till now. And beautiful thing is what? Any one of them when systematically done, every all of them, let us say, all of them have worked. All of them have worked. Like in medicine, every medicine has no cure for every disease anyway, but even if it has got whatever diseases, if you properly follow the techniques and all, it will give result. Sometimes in the medicine there may be a problem because it is a bhautika padartha yukta, and sometimes the medicine may not match with the kaphavata pitta of the deha of the patient, therefore it may react also. But in the adhyatmika sadhanas it is not so. If you have the Bhakti Shraddha Adi, about which repeatedly it will be told throughout this chapter, at that time we will see. When we do it, the result will definitely come. This is one meaning of, or one anantatvam. Is it not? How many varieties of pujas? First of all, कितने तरह के उपास्य देवता है? Write down them. At least there will be 1,000 upasya devatas are there. Varieties hai na? Thousands of upasya devata, like Krishna. Krishna is one upasya devata, but each one will not have the same Krishna as upasya devata. Some will have the Bala Krishna upasaka, Somebody is Gopala Krishna Upasaka. Is it not? Somebody Gopi Vallabha Krishna Upasaka. कभी राधा कृष्ण, कभी रुक्मिणी कृष्ण, देवकी वसुदेव संतन कृष्ण, कोई रथसारथी कृष्ण उपासक, कोई ध्यान मुद्रा उपासक, वो द्वारकाधीश उपासक. हम इंडिया के मंदिरों में देख एक एक अलग रणछोड़ दास बोलते हैं, द्वारकाधीश बोलते हैं, उडुपी कृष्णा बोलते हैं. हाउ मेनी कृष्णास ओनली आर देयर? इज इट नॉट? कृष्ण के ही इतने. एंड इन एवरी टेम्पल इफ यू सी, अगेन द उपासना पद्धति इज नॉट सेम. Is the same thing done in all Gujarat temples, in all Karnataka temples of Krishna, in all the temples of Krishna in any Maharashtra or Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana? No. How you understanding? Anantapara means what? Endless. Now you take Rama. Again, सिर्फ राम को परिवर्तित करने वाले होते हैं, सीताराम को और वाले होते हैं, फिर जंगल में जाने वाले सीताराम लक्ष्मण वाले होते हैं, कोई सीताराम लक्ष्मण और हनुमान जी को ऐड करते हैं. Some add all the four brothers, and in the main general Pattabhisheka photo of Bhagwan, what we see is the four brothers: Sita Mata, Hanuman ji, Vibhishan ji, Sugriv ji, Brahma, Shiva, then the Narad ji, Vasishta ji. These will be there. कोई लोग ऐसे वाले को वर्शिप करते हैं. How many forms of Rama also are worshipped in Indian Rama Mandiras? Vanavasi Rama, somebody, Ayodhyavasi Rama. Oh, I'm telling you why he says Anantaha. Right from the beginning it was. Then Mata Rani का देख लो, बाप रे, एकादश रुद्राणी है, दश महाविद्यार्धेर, नव दुर्गार्धेर, अनंतः. Is it not? If you take Lakshmi there, so many words Lakshmi pujas are there. North में, south, east, west. In Bengal, the Lakshmi, they don't say even Lakshmi. Ganga Maya, Lakshmi Maya, Lakshmi Maya. Saraswati. You don't understand what are they saying. Lakshmi, Lakshmi puja. South Indian say Lakshmi kaho. Why Lakshmi? Lakshmi. They are happy with that. And there, everything is different. Are you understanding? Anantaha. With thousands of varieties. And then other Grama Devatas I have not told you. All the Ishta Devata varieties I have not told you. All the Kula Devatas I have not told you about. एक एक गांव के एक एक ग्राम देवता है. Anantam. And they are not a less powerful place. They are the expression of that Parashakti Mata only. Yet that generation got revealed to someone and initiated them. You do my upasana in this form, you are blessed. If you go to the Telangana, Andhra, and even North, में every गांव you go, there the temple will be of mother. If it है mother का अलग ही नाम होता है, अलग ही रूप होता है. हाँ. सो टू शिव मंदिर, कोई लिंग का पूजा करते, कोई नटराज का करेंगे, कोई शिव पार्वती, कोई चारों को बिठा कर करेंगे, कोई ध्यान मुद्रा शिव उपासना. अनंत, एक अनंतता हमने बता दी कि the depending on the deities they are taken, that is one anantata. Second one is what? Little carefully listen. In all these things which we have said in last 7-8 minutes, in every place when the puja is done, remember, as regard the prakriyas are concerned, as regard the steps are concerned, they are again ananta. It has many reasons to say. I'll not make it complicated. As we do Panchopachara Puja, yeah. Shodashopachara Puja, yeah. It is a precise additions, concise additions. Otherwise, to every Lord, the Ananta Puja has to be done. Because till we offer ourselves along with whatever we have, the puja is not completed. Therefore, हमारे अंत के द्वारा ही पूजा का अंत होता है वहाँ. अदरवाइज पूजा का अंत नहीं होता, स्टेप्स का अंत नहीं होता, इसलिए अनंत. इसलिए सुबह, दोपहर, शाम, फिर हर दिन, फिर स्पेशल occasions, in special occasions, special types of pujas. I'm not talking now the variety of devatas. That is over. अनंत रूपों के कारण अनंतता है. फिर एक एक जगह पूजा के प्रक्रियाओं में अनंतता है. It is endless. As I told you, the variety of deities, into that particular deity only, Ananta pujas are there. The great grandfathers did it one way, then the grandfathers little added change according to timings, then the father time different. Abhi alag Ananta hai. But all of them are your bhakti, shraddha, attitude, everything becomes worship. That's why don't compare and fight. Seeing the variety of deities as well as variety of pujas done wherever you go into different places away from your own native place. Okay, then in this we have to have the large heartedness to include not only Sanatana Dharma, in every of the religion, wherever they are worshipping the Lord in whatever the form and techniques, all of them are endorsed, sanctioned by the one common divinity only. Never limit that Paramatma is available only through this Paddhati. This Paddhati, he will be definitely available. That can be said. But you can't say only. Like to Rama Puja, you will definitely get Rama Anugraha and Rama Prapti. But don't say only by Rama. It can be by Krishna also. It can be Shiva also. It can be by whoever worshipping in their own way. कभी भी किसी का हमें ह्यूमिलिएट इंसल्ट नहीं करना. It is their way. Now, if you go to Orissa, the president, the whole state must be jubilation in. Is it not? Like Andhra, Telangana was for 5 years, because the VP was from Andhra, Hyderabad. तो सोचा प्रेसिडेंट बनेंगे लेकिन बने नहीं. So in that area you go, they do different sounds to invoke the mother or the god, and different bhangimas they do. Don't look at them and see anything. That is their way. Is it not? The variety sampradayas in Maharashtra you do, somewhere they do. In Gujarat में एक तरह से माँ का गर्भ डांस करके उनका उपासना करते हैं. Everywhere it is different. So nahi antah ananta parasya. Okay, karma kandasya cha uddhava. इसका अंत नहीं. Now we all talked so far about the upasana paddhati. Even in the yajna yaga also there are ananta. The bulk of the Vedas are having karma kanda only. Upanishad bhagam is only 5% भी नहीं होगा. बस उतना काफी. How many type of yajna, how many type of yaga, how many type of homa, havana. So home का अलग होता है, हवन अलग होता है, यागम अलग होता है, यज्ञ अलग होता है. Exactly what is different, I don't know. Is it not? So nahi antah anandavarasya karmakandasya cha uddhava. Why we took these 7-8 minutes to explain this thing? Just to see, understand that all what each of the place they are doing is they are right. If you go to northeast, the Tripuras or the Guwahatis, so there's a different type of puja. And if you go to some tribal areas, उनका अलग ही होता है वहाँ. You go to the Sri Shailam tribal areas and all, their way of doing puja to the Mallanna Lord Shiva, अलग होता है. So, and all those, though I can't tell you, Lord says, Karmakandasya, Anantaparasya Karmakandasya, Antah nahi asti he Uddhava. Then, what will you do, O Lord? Sankshiptam Varnaishyami. So, I will teach you in Sankshepa, in short. But when I am teaching you Sankshepa, don't misunderstand that I'll be editing the essences. Though I am giving in Sankshepa, but as regard the all steps, details are concerned, all will be covered. You know, like 18,000 shloka Bhagavatam. But Bhagavad Gita is 700 shloka only. In that 15th chapter is 20 shlokas. But there are some texts like Sadhana, Panchagam or Nirvana Shatakam. 5-6 shloki hai usme. So what do you mean? Is that in those small shlokas, small texts, which are very less number shloka, are the contents in them incomplete? संक्षेप से दिया है, लेकिन कंटेंट वाइज they are as powerful as Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavata, which run into lakhs of shlokas. Content wise and effective wise, they are equal. Sri Bhagavan Shankar he wrote Drugdrishya Viveka. It is means that only Vivek Chudamani will give mukti, not Drugdrishya. No. संक्षिप्त है लेकिन वो काफी है. Like that's how in every of the Shastra, the Sankshipta are there for those who can't study the exhaustive. Like Valmiki Ramayana, you can't read Sankshipta Ramayana is there, Balakanda Pratama Sargaha. For Bhagavata also, Dashama Skandha is Sankshipta. That one you study, everything is included in that. So, Sankshiptam Varnayishyami, but Yathavat Anupurvashaha. But everything right from beginning till the end, all details I'll tell you of one particular way of doing in its completeness. Ananta I can't tell you, neither I have time nor you need to know also. एक पद्धति का शुरू से अंत तक मैं पूरा बताऊंगा. Is it not? Like one text, all the sadhanas I tell you, then you study that, it is enough. In fact, for a true student of Gita, even in the first chapter of what is that? Arjuna Vishada Yoga is enough for getting mukti. Usme bhi hai. You understand? The first shloka itself gives mukti. The 14th shloka gives that mukti. है ना? जो पढ़ सकते हैं उनमें से अर्थ निकाल सकते हैं, उनके लिए वो काफी है. So Bhagwan's promise is one, I will tell you in Sankshepa, but Yathavat Anu Purvasha. Yathavat means as when you do, you will get definitely the result. Anu Purvasha means without missing any of the intermediate steps. Sara bataunga. And as regard the type is concerned, they are Ananta. And why this precaution Bhagavan will have to give that Ananta hai? Ki if Uddhava comes across some other place, some other type of upasana, he should not say to Lord Krishna, कि Krishna, ये तुम नहीं जानते हो. You have to not tell those people कि you are wrong, because when Krishna said in his mentioning, these things are not there. देखो, the biggest problem in all our is what? कि मेरे गुरु ने नहीं कहा, मेरे किताब में नहीं है. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो करेक्ट नहीं है. We should not limit the possibilities of divine expression in this world. You got one paddhati, you cross your maya, samsara, through that, other will go in his way. How can we fight? इसलिए भगवान है कि अनंत अनंत. Then see, now when I spoke this last 15 minutes, our heart is expanded now to acknowledge the paddhati of puja everywhere in the whole world. Though we adopt the paddhati, we learn from our guru and do it and reach out our goal. But as others are concerned, we don't fight. Is it not? Everything, even Shadi ka paddhati, it's not the same in north and south. है कि नहीं? वहाँ घोड़े पे बिठाते हैं, यहाँ घोड़े पे का यहाँ अलग तरीका होता है. So many differences. All of them, see, भगवान हर जगह है अनंत रूप में. उनको किसी भी रूप से पाओ, उनको पाना मुख्य है. सारे पद्धतियां उनके लिए स्वीकृत है. And he only gave all this. Like Gurudev says, how many religions are true in the world? He said, every religion which takes to the Lord is true. That for that matter, for your question answer, as many human beings are there or jivas are there, so many religions are possible to reach to Paramatma, and all of them are correct. This is what the magnanimity. At the same time, we should not again get confused by involving everything. We have to stick to what we are given. Is it not? Like we are sticking to our Upanishads, Bhagavad, Ramayana और बस हो गया. हमको इससे मुक्ति मिलने वाली है और इधर नहीं फंसना. At the same time, उनसे लड़ना भी नहीं. That is their paddhati. Their Sankhya paddhati is there, Yoga paddhati is there. In Yoga only so many margas are there. Everybody let them go. हमारा ये पद्धति है. So nahi anto anandavaryasya karmakandasya chodhava. Then Sankshiptam Varnayishyami Yathavadanu Purvasha. So in short, I will tell you precisely But while telling precisely, यथावत means authentically, अनुपूर्वशः means पहले से लेकर आखिर तक सारा बताओ. This much you do. And as Bhagavan says Sankshipta, but in that also he gives all the details. And I believe from this only, later on, whoever have developed a variety of puja paddhatis, they developed and added. I believe so. When we read it, you will come to know. Okay, now Bhagavan starts. First thing you understand is Vaidikaha, Tantrikaha, Mishraha, iti me trividho makaha, trayanam ipsite naiva, vidhinamam samarchayet. We have to be very careful from now onwards while understanding every word and total shloka. Like that, every shastra should be studied like that only. Then only without missing anything we catch. Now you see the Drugdrishya people in the morning and also Upanishad with Bhashya people, how we are putting all possible efforts at our level not to miss anything that is spoken there. और भी होंगे बट हमारे एक लेवल के लिए जितना समझ में आ रहा है हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं. Every shastra, if we study like that, it will be better. Here also, first he says, me makaha trividaha. First, me makaha trividaha. Maka is actually yajna, but the way of worshipping me is three types. मुझे वर्शिप करने वाले पद्धतियां तीन हैं मेन रूप में. So me makaha trividaha. So trivida is three types. It is simple, nothing complicated to understand there. Me makaha means what? मेरे द्वारा दिया गया और मुझे इन्वोक कराने वाला और मेरा प्राप्त कराने वाला. प्राप्त इज ए टिपिकल पंजाबी वर्ड. मेरा प्राप्ति कराने वाला. मे मका मीन्स गिवन बाय मी. मे मका मीन्स is helpful in propitiating me. Me makaha therefore makes me worship. Make me is bless. त्रिविधा मे मका. मे मीन्स मेरा. भगवान ने मेरा क्यों कहा? मेरे द्वारा दिया गया है और मुझे प्रसन्न कराने वाला है. उसके पश्चात मेरा अनुग्रह का कारण बनने वाला है, इसलिए वो मेरा है. See, if you don't understand that may word, then we have a doubt. Then who has given that? Who else can give? God only can give. And when we invoke the God in the beginning only, He will help us, empower us also to follow all the prakriyas perfectly without any mistakes. When we do like that, again that also is grace. His grace also will be complete later on. So, मैं मकाहा मेरे द्वारा दिया गया, मुझे खुश करने वाला, मेरे अनुग्रह को दिलाने वाला. मखा, three types. Understood? Simple? Now, what are those three types? Vaidikaha, Tantrikaha, Mishraha. Iti me trividho makaha. So, Vaidika makha, all the Vedokta Yajnayaga. And in that also, Vedokta, some Arghya Upasanas also are given. Then Tantrika, Tantrokta means which came in the Narada Pancharatra Tantra Ityadi in the Pauranika Kala. Again, I am telling you, once for all, remove the wrong notion and meaning in the mind about the word Tantra. तंत्र मतलब जो रातों में 2 बजे 1 बजे करके करते हैं वो नहीं. तंत्र मीन्स टेक्निक. Understood? Mantrana and Tantra, they're all techniques. Is it Tantra is logic. The entire computer works on the logic. That logic is called as one of the Tantra. So remove that feeling. Tantra मतलब वो बड़े बड़े विभूतियाँ लगा के दौड़ बढ़ा के इतने कुमकुम बस घूम भाम करके क्षुद्र पूजाएं करते हैं ना. That is unfortunate thing कि some words got such a negative meaning. We are not able to use it for the right meaning. One of the word is this. So Vaidika and Pauranika. Is it now? It is easier. In the Pauranika Paddhati, Shodashopachara Pujas. In the Vaidika Paddhati, Svahakaras. That is done in the Agni Kundam or to the Upasya Devatas in the form of the phenomenal powers. Vaidika Paddhati mein wo hai. In the Pauranika Paddhati, later on, it is done to the Pauranika avatars and Devatas and Gurus. And there we do not the Yajna Ityadi, but all the other Upasana, Abhishekam, Alankaranam, Archanam Ityadi. So, Vaidika, very clear. Vedokta Paddhatina, doing Maka or Yajna, right from kindling the fire through churning out two wooden cups. And hundreds and thousands of yajnas are there. सगुण का भी सॉरी क्या कहते हैं मोक्ष फल के लिए भी अर्थ काम के लिए भी बट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मोक्ष फल ओनली रिमेंबर देन तांत्रिका इज द वेराइटी ऑफ उपासनास दैट आर गिवन इन द पौराणिक काल मिश्रा मिश्रा जी दोनों मिलाकर भी डबल फायदा सो एक को पूरा दिल से करो वो भी फायदा देगा दूसरे को पूरा दिल से करो वो फायदा दोनों मिलाकर करो बिकॉज somebody's attitude is like that. You know, there are some people, they don't allow the second item to be served in the plate. वो कहते हैं दाल का चावल पूरा खाने के बाद फिर से थोड़ा दाल डाल के फिर चावल डाल के फिर देन गिव मी सब्जी. It is his taste like that. Some people say चावल में सारा डाल दो. तपोन महाराज used to eat like this. And then one गुरुदेव के साथ जो वहाँ ऋषिकेश में एक साल एक ही रूम में रहते थे that Mahatma also whenever we used to go he will mix all the sabji dal achar everything in one night and he will give us itna it is so tasty. And then since then I also started that whenever it is possible सब मिलाया मेहनत करके सब अलग बनाते हैं दाल अलग सब्जी अलग सांभर अलग पर सब मिला दिया इट इज अ यूनिक टेस्ट किसी को वो भी पसंद होता है. That is why the second line is very crucial. First line he said, there are three ways of worshipping me. Given by me, make me happy to be blessed by me. Vaidika, Tantrika, Mishraha. Vaidika, imagine all the Veda Kala Paddhati of making the Havan Kunda, Yajna Kunda, and all of them bringing a big Surkusruva and Swaha, Swaha. Imagine the Purana Kala, wherein the different pratimas, etc. of the Lord are kept, then to the Abhishekam and all that done. Okay, Mandira Adi Paddhati were not there in Vaidika Kala. They all came later on. In Veda, the whole world is Mandira and the God is in the form of sun, moon and star and Jala and Pahad. All that, the phenomenal forces were Devatas to them. Agni, Vayu, Indra, Varuna. मंदिरों का बाद में हुआ. And बाद में हुआ, therefore that also is useful. Given by again the Rishi Parampara. That was applicable and useful at that time. This is applicable useful at this time. Second line क्या कहते हैं भगवान कि त्रयाणाम among these three ईप्सितेन एवा whatever is suitable to you, feasible to you, liked by you, enjoyable by you, for you, in that way you choose. So from the beginning only, the meaning of sloka we have to understand. Then the content said in the shloka is to be understood, as well as we have to be learning the specific things. Means अपने आप को clear. भगवान ने क्या कहा? तीन तरह का यज्ञ कहा. So fix in the mind that the three types of worship. Don't change it. In the second line he says, among these three, ipsitena. So he says, don't get carried away because somebody else is doing. You, what is the ipsa of yours? Ipsa means your liking, your desire, which is possible to you. You know, you are liking upasana, but somebody is doing yajna. Don't give up your upasana paddhati and take up that yajna. Na ghar ka na ghat ka rahenge. Or you like yajna, others doing upasana. Hey, what is yajna dua? I'll do that. Na, apne man ko khojo. Because when we are going to do upasana, every step should be giving us joy. That depends on what you choose. And if you choose according to your own temperament, it is always good. Just like in life also, profession may be temperament ke anusar, if you remember, if you select your career, you don't suffer throughout life. Otherwise, your temperament is something and something else you are given or taken up, you may do it successfully because of other skills, but you don't get satisfaction. Like my temperament is to study Shastra and teach. Many thousands of things can be done. I may be able to do, but that will not give me satisfaction. I am happy. You understand? In the same way, Trayanam ipsitena. But more important point along with this is what? Vidhina. Choice is yours of choosing among these three, but Vidhi Vidhana is as given to you by the Shastras and the Gurus. See the importance of every word if you focus it. Trayanam among three, ipsitena eva. Whatever you like, take up that, but vidhina. Don't miss the vidhi. Now, this point of my choice of upasana and without compromising with the vidhi, if it is not repeated after 4 or 5 lines, you should not forget it. कि वहाँ कहा यही नहीं यहाँ नहीं कहा. It should be fixed in our mind that we must know the vidhi and follow the vidhi. See, avidhina utam asaptaman sasya lokan hinasti. Didn't we see that in the Mundaka Upanishad, in the second adhyaya, first to second mantra only says, कि if you don't do the विधि विधान से उपासना, all the लोक भी तुम्हारे आगे पीछे वाले भी नाश हो जाते हैं. Before that, Kali, Karali, Manojava, asaptaman sasya lokani nasti says, like विधिहीनम असृष्टान्नम मंत्रहीनम अदक्षिणम श्रद्धावीरितम यज्ञम तामसम परिचक्षते. एक चीज जो बुरी तरह से हम एक फंसे हुए हैं, with all our goodness, with all our purity, with our perfect intention, इस बार विधि विधान को नहीं जानना चाहते हैं और उसके अनुसार नहीं करते हैं. हर बार हमको हर एक में कॉम्प्रोमाइज चाहिए. It is nothing but a negative habit, that's all. It is never that we can't follow the vidhi or nor we can't know it, but it has become such a terrible habit of doing everything without knowing vidhi. ये हो गया बस, क्यों पता नहीं. That is why we are not able to reap the results properly. Everything. You want to plant a plant, there is a vidhi. हम कैसे भी कर कर उससे फल फूल आना चाहिए हम सोचते हैं. That intellectual lethargy of not knowing the vidhi-vidhana and physical lethargy of not following all of that has become biggest curse to us. हम जप करते हैं, but where is the vidhi-vidhana? We want sacrifices, we want compromises. Puja, where is the vidhi-vidhana done? What time the puja should be done? You can't do puja at 10 baje, 11 baje. And unless you are highly bimari and old person, it's okay. इतना ओल्ड हो, सुबह उठ के पूजा नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन सुबह का नाश्ता कर सकते हैं, टीवी देख सकते हैं, देन अगेन कॉम्प्रोमाइज. विधि विधान का हमें हमेशा छोड़ने का एक आदत हो गया. एंड दैट इज द बिगेस्ट कर्स came for the spoiling and destruction of Hinduism. Why Hinduism? It will not go. Rishis, Munis are there. Again, they'll re-establish. They're always there. But why decadence happens many times is not following Vidhi Vidhana. Everybody, so-called intellectuals, questions everything. Everything cannot be answered. Many things are only to surrender your ego, they are told. Just do it, that is sadhana there. If you keep on questioning, there's no need of doing anything. Because according to Vedanta, there's nobody other than you. You are the Brahma. How the Brahma can do upasana to Brahma? Murak. If I follow you, you follow me, you reach to such a different levels, no doubt. हाँ, जैसे हम कृष्ण को नहीं मानते हैं, कोई कहा अगर हम भी नहीं मानते हैं, या क्यों कृष्ण कौन है? परब्रह्म है. परब्रह्म को हम मानते हैं, कृष्ण को नहीं मानते. सो ऐसे मूर्ख लोग आते हैं, उनको जवाब दे सकते हैं. बट दोस विथ श्रद्धा एकम से कृष्ण को मानना है, इज अवतार, ही केम, इज ऑलवेज अवेलेबल, ब्रह्मा अवेलेबल इज डिफिकल्ट, कृष्ण उपासना इज गुड, दैट इज डन. होप यू आर कैचिंग द पॉइंट. द बैड हैबिट ऑफ नॉट फॉलोइंग विधि विधान इन एवरीथिंग. खाने में विधि विधान, सोने में विधि विधान, सुबह उठने में विधि विधान, अतिथि पूजा में, कहीं जाने में, एवरीवेयर वी डू मैकेनिकली, वी डू सच ए केयरलेसली. इसलिए करने का मजा नहीं, उसका फल वाला मजा नहीं होता. इवन टू कट वेजिटेबल देयर इज ए विधान, कुकिंग एवरीथिंग देयर इज ए विधान. विधि के साथ करोगे ना तो बढ़िया मजा आएगा फल. Keep your mind in line. It doesn't mean you become so cynical about all that, but be conscious of it and try to do as best as possible. So, Trayanam ipsitena eva, but vidhina. After that he says, Mam samarchayetu. Then here, archayet is already known. That's what you are learning. Samarchayet means samyak archayet. And in the samyaktva, all the three are there. One is your full wholehearted performance. पार्टिसिपेशन सर, योर पार्टिसिपेशन इस समर्चयत में ये करता है. सेकंड, the steps that are involved, each of them are beautifully done. Third, with the idea that with these things, I am trying my best to please the Lord. That's the meaning of Mam Sam Archayet. Sam means Samyak. Mam Archayet मतलब मेरा पूजा करो. Why the Lord used some word? We should know, no? उसमें कुछ तो होगा, नहीं तो ऐसे थोड़ी यूज करेंगे. श्लोक को कंप्लीट करने के लिए थोड़ी होते हैं पद. Samyak Archayet is all the three levels. Yourself wholeheartedly fully participate with all your preparations, disciplines, everything. Then the steps when you are involved in doing puja, in puja step, उसमें भी सम्यक अर्चयित. लाइक आरती करते हो तो कर्पूर लगाकर पूरा मंत्र पढ़कर करना. That's called पद्धतियों में सम्यक. तीसरा सम्यक अर्चयित means what? Without distracting mind, with single pointed mind, with the clarity that through this puja I am making the Lord pleased do. ये भूलना मत कभी भी. ये मन में होना है भावना. जैसे आपके घर कोई आए तो उनको आप कुछ खिला रहे हो, ये खाना खाकर ये बंदा, ये व्यक्ति, जो भी अतिथि आए वो प्रसन्न हो जाए, ये बात को हमें स्मरण करके उनको परोसना चाहिए कॉन्शियसली. आफ्टर ऑल एवरीथिंग स्पिरिचुअलिटी मीन्स being conscious of doing everything, and in that doing, if that is wrong, consciously illuminate that, and if it is right, consciously do that, and keep on doing everything consciously. Later on, everything doing is dropped, we remain as pure consciousness. That is spirituality. By the way, in one sentence we shared what is adhyatmikata. Therefore, trayanam ipsitena, trayanam ipsena vidina mam samyak archayetu. देखो, ऐसे खुलकर एक एक श्लोक को खोलकर इतना उसका तिजोरी निकालोगे, आपको इतने इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें मिलते हैं. और ये भगवान इन द बिगिनिंग ओनली सेइंग, आफ्टर 10-20 years of puja done erratically without getting any result, now look back and ask, स्वामी जी हमने इतना किया कुछ नहीं हुआ, then I'll ask you, did you follow this details? भाई तो मेरे को बोला ही नहीं, कोई आके बोलेगा नहीं. You have to know it. That's why Bhagavan himself is not taking any risk. In the beginning only is saying all that, so that others, Uddhava cannot question him. और भगवान भी कोई आधा बोलकर जल्दबाजी में गए मानो, इंपॉर्टेंट चीज छूट गए, ऐसे कहने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. भाई, आई टोल्ड यू इन द बिगिनिंग ओनली बाबा, देयर आर थ्री थिंग्स. आई टोल्ड यू दे आर इनफाइनाइट because the puja archa murti is infinite, and the upasana prakriya is also infinite. But I'll tell you yatha purushaha sanksepam, and there's a three types of, and any one of them can give you to the ultimate, and whatever your choice of heart, you take it, and but do it with vidhan say, and in that mam samarchayat. Fully participate, follow every step, and in and through that, only one idea, may the Lord be pleased with it. That is why every puja, which begins like this, again toward the end, the conclusion is what? Karomi adya sakalam parasmai narayanaya. Before that, paripurnam tadastute. So whatever the puja I have done, with that the Lord be fully pleased. Yad pujitam maya deva, yad dutant maya deva, paripurnam tadastute. That should give you that paripurna ananda, O Lord. How? See, it's a very clarity system. Because of our losing our intellect's hold and making it absolute tamo guna, we are not understanding all this. Otherwise, शुद्ध इंत बुद्धि से जो सूक्ष्म हो गया, सत्वगुण में आ गया, सत्वगुणी बुद्धि से आप सोचोगे ना, every step and its importance we understand. Every thought and its importance we understand. And we, with our modern arrogance, modernization or arrogance, say, we think that the Gurus, Rishi, Muni, Shastra, what they said in the Pustakas are old age, old dated, outdated. Nahi, they are eternal. And they with the highest Shuddha Guna, Sattva Guna Buddhi, conceived all these and they gave. कभी भी किसी को अंडरस्टैंड नहीं करना, खासकर हमारे ऋषि मुनि परंपरा जिन्होंने इन सब पद्धतियों को हमें दिए हैं. हो गया. नाउ हाउ टू स्टार्ट, वेयर टू स्टार्ट, हु इज क्वालिफाइड फॉर डूइंग द उपासनास. From there, Bhagavan starts teaching us. We will see it tomorrow. Yada swanigamena uktam dvijatvam prapya purushaha yatha yajatamam bhaktya shraddhaya tat nibodha me. Every word again is valuable. Yeah. अब इसको कहते हैं भागवत का थोड़ा क्लियरली श्रद्धा से अध्ययन करना. अब इन शब्दों का if you have the grammatical, etymological meaning, it will really reveal subtle meanings. And if one is so much tuned to the Bhagavan Krishna and Krishna Kala and what he taught while teaching that sublimity we understand. Like if I by some means time machine ke dwara, if I go to the Arjuna's Deha and listen Gita from Krishna, what I understand is something ultimate. इस तरह के बहुत पद्धतियाँ होते हैं. Don't go into that track. But what we are trying to say is, this is how few shastras we have to thoroughly word by word study and catch the contents and essences. But more importantly, make use of them to grow. And the real growth is only in spiritual. Clear? See you tomorrow in the continuation. Now let us study our Valmiki Ramayanam, which has only few skandhas left or the sargas left. Ramani